Get cool stuff for what you were going to do anyway. Drink beer. With Buy Beer, Get Gear from Labatt, you can just snap a photo of your receipt and upload it to the website to rack up points for exclusive merch. Get points for every purchase, whether you're grabbing a pint on draft, a case for a party, or a tall boy at the stadium. Any size, any product, anywhere you buy Labatt. Buy beer, get gear. Sign up now at rewards.labattusa.com.
Now, stand back for your own safety.
Steve, what's up?
Congrats on the win.
Thanks, Steve. Where Paulie at?
Here we go.
I'm checking out. I will respond to you, but I'm done for the week. I'm done. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. So, my apologies for being late.
I made it.
Yeah, well, good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you.
Check for sound.
Pleasure to be on there talking with Paulie, man. He's a good dude.
I'm an idiot.
I'll just shut up and let you talk. I was trying to help.
And shout out to Tupac.
3, 2, 1, and
This is Orange Nation.
Well, hello, Paulie and Steve.
With Stephen Fonte and Paulie Sibilia.
Check the rock. Good afternoon, everyone. Glad to have you with us. Alongside Paulie Sibilia, I'm Stephen Fonte. We made it to Friday. It's a game day here in Syracuse. The Orange taking on Colgate tonight. It's also Jordan's final day. Jordan Capozzi will be with us for the next 2 hours. What?
He's still going to be around. He'll be around on game days. He's our game
His last day in this capacity. Okay? Last day in this capacity. You're right. He's still going to be around through football season and beyond. We've got one guest lined up for you today. We've got Brandon Steiner going to join us here in studio, owner of Steiner Collectibles and Steiner Exchange. He's got a new book out. We'll talk to him about that, among other things. Plus, we'll mix in your phone calls throughout 315-437-7644. We've got the match game. We've got today's business. We've got our weekly pick segment. Keys to the game. A lot of our favorites to get to on the show today as we creep closer to a 7 o'clock kickoff tonight between Syracuse and Colgate. What's up, Paulie?
Not much, Steve. How was your night?
My night was okay. We'll get into my night here in a second. Jordan, how are you doing today?
I am swell. I'm happy to be here with you, gentlemen.
Well, we are happy to have you. Looking good today.
Thank you.
Jordan and I kind of dressed similar to. He kind of dressed like me.
Steve, this is the first time you've ever been the most underdressed person on a show.
Normally,
that's true.
Normally, we look like the criminal, and you look like the probation officer.
Like a criminal in a golf shirt.
Yes.
I'm being completely honest. I had a tie laid out for this morning, but I was like, no, that's just unnatural. But I figured I'd wear a real shirt.
I like it.
I was going to sit next to you for 2 hours straight almost, so I couldn't have been too underdressed, right?
I appreciate that. I will dress up for the news tonight, but just
we know.
I'm just down for. I'm
for
relaxed.
Radio.
It's relaxed fit for radio.
We know.
I will dress up tonight for the news.
We know where your bread is buttered, as the kids say. Just stealing my promo.
So we'll get into this game. We'll a lot to get to on the show today. A lot of football to talk about. You asked me about my night, so I feel like we do need to mention this right off the top. So as we found out last night, literally as we were on the air delivering the sportscast, Tiana Mungakahi had passed away at the age of 30, and we had known obviously that she was sick. We talked to her, Mario at Channel 9. He our good friend Mario Sacco. He did an interview with her about a month ago, and you could tell in the interview, especially now looking back, it seemed like she was resigned to the fact that things were not getting better and were not going to get better. And then a few weeks after that interview, she released that statement on social media saying that her health had taken a turn for the worse, and to give her and her family some privacy. And it's such a sad story, and it's so heartbreaking. And so anyway, you asked about my night last night, Paulie. That certainly it makes everybody stop and pause and think. And so after the show last night, we were putting together a story and kind of a look back on her life and her career. And man, she was 30 years old. And as you both know, I lost my mom to breast cancer, and there are a lot of different cancers out there, and so this isn't just breast cancer specific, but it is heartbreaking, and we've made advancements in cancer research, and they're not enough. We're not where we need to be yet, and we got to keep fighting, and we got to keep finding a way to come up with a cure, because it's inexplicable. Why somebody's okay and then somebody like Tiana is not. But the joy she brought to this university and to the basketball program and this community, and that smile of hers and that accent and that positive attitude that she continued to have even when she was going through hell with her health. I will never forget. There are a few athletes. Paulie, you and I have been doing this 26 years. There are a few athletes that kind of stand above everyone else in terms of athletes we have covered, and no doubt. And I think even cancer aside, she would have been one of those athletes for me. But what she has gone through and the way that she's given back to the community, and she, despite her own struggles, continued up until the very end to make her story known and to try to support others who are battling this disease. I will never forget her and what she meant to this community. So, anyway, it's with heavy hearts, I think, that we do the show today. It's, unfortunately, we hear a lot about these stories. Some of them kind of touch us closer than others, and this one kind of hits close to home for me. So, anyway, rest in peace, Tiana. We're all going to miss you. So with that, go ahead, Paulie.
No, I was just going to say it is a game day,
Yeah, right. So we got to talk football, and we will. But just know that we're all thinking of her and her family tonight. So
just a comment, quick. It's incredible. She was well known at Syracuse, but you mentioned her fight. I mean, she transcended Syracuse, going through that public battle, continuing to play, being so public about it. So I just think that's important to note too. That everybody in Syracuse is going to be really impacted by this, but she transcended just Syracuse, obviously Australia. It's not just around here that it's a big loss. So it's
no
unfortunate.
doubt.
And that was great from you, Steve.
Well said by you as well. And again, I just want everybody to know we're thinking about it. We're not ignoring it. We have reached out to a few of her former teammates and coaches, and it's a tough day for everyone. I don't know if anybody's going to get back to us. Everybody's mourning in their own way. So just as we do this show today, just know that she's on our minds and on our hearts. So with that, let's move on and let's talk some football. Let's try to be a distraction as we kind of move forward here. And this is a game that I think we all know what the outcome is going to be tonight, but both coaches have told us there are things to be gained from playing a game like this.
We say we know what the outcome is going to be, but we don't.
Don't do this.
No, I'm gonna tell you. I'm not gonna say Syracuse is gonna lose, but we do remember Villanova. We do remember last year's Holy Cross game. There was one other one that kind of snuck up on them. But there's also been games where we had running clock in the second half because Syracuse was smoking them so bad. But last year, Holy Cross, I think Holy Cross is a little better than Colgate, but it was 28-14 last year.
Yeah, right. I mean, it was, I think it was 14-14 at one point. Yeah, and then, Syracuse scored right before the half, got the lead. And again, as we pointed out, Kyle McCord and the starters played into the fourth quarter, midway through the fourth quarter, before they were finally taken out after a pick six kind of sealed the victory. And then we saw the reserves go in. I don't think tonight is going to be that close, quote unquote.
I don't either.
So,
37-point spread. Syracuse is favored by.
Last time they were here, it was 65-0. Again, that's not a knock against Colgate at all. And I love Kurt Fitzpatrick. I mean, we had him on the show. We've been covering him for the last several years. As he coached at SUNY Cortland, won a national title there. He is an awesome guy, and he is an awesome coach. And they are going to do very well under him as things move along. But it's game 3 for him at the FCS level, and this roster probably isn't where he wants it to be yet. And I think Syracuse, obviously is bigger, stronger, faster at every position. So I don't think today is going to be all that close.
That's what you would hope. What is acceptable to you? If you were Joe Schmo from Salve with Cheeto dust on your fingers, what would be a score that would be okay with you?
I think more than a score, because I do feel like you could kind of name the score in a game like this. Score aside, I think what is acceptable tonight is that Syracuse dominates up front on both sides of the ball. They've had trouble on the defensive line generating pressure on the opposing quarterback. They need to do that. We saw against UConn that 3rd and short or 4th and short, they couldn't just line up hand the ball off and pick up the first down. And that was a struggle for them. They weren't getting a big push up front. I think that is, first and foremost, that's what I'm going to be looking for tonight, and I think that's what is most acceptable is, did they dominate up front? Whatever the score is, if it's 45-14 or 65-0, or like, it's going to be lopsided. I think that's the most important thing is they actually dominate up front.
Give us a score, Steve. The chat is yelling.
Give us a score. I'm going to say...
You're beating around the bush.
I'm not beating around the bush. I'm telling you what is acceptable to me.
What if it's 21-14?
I agree with Steve.
Well, if it's
I don't care about a score.
But if it's not going to be 21-14 if they dominate up front.
What if the back end is getting beat? What if the offense isn't clicking? It could be a million different things.
Stop.
I care about the first half.
If they truly dominate, it's not going to be 21-14.
If I were doing a checklist without revealing keys to the game, I don't care what the final score is. I don't want to see Colgate score a single point in at least the first quarter, ideally the first half. I want dominance, and I want Syracuse to score twice in the first quarter.
What if they're not tackling well? There's a lot. But I'm saying, like, what if I think 21 points is the bottom where it needs to be?
I think it has to be more than that.
Yeah,
I think it has to be more than that.
Yeah, that's right.
So I don't think that's acceptable.
Okay, you don't.
No.
So your level is.
I'm going to say 48-7 is the final.
You know what else I want to see? I want to see that the offense and defense are not the pre-snap penalties. The procedural stuff is cleaned up.
Yeah.
This is a good chance to clean that mess up too.
Yeah, I would agree with that. So again, I think it's more about what we're seeing with our eyes instead of what the scoreboard tells us. But I think it's going to be lopsided. I'll say 48-7. I think it's got to be 4 scores or more. I think it's got to be around a 30-point win to feel like you went out and
I'm happier
dominated.
Easier.
I want to see them up 21-24 at half. Like, I don't even want this to be a game where you see, Holy Cross-ish, but I don't want it to be first half, Colgate did their thing, but then Syracuse ran away with it in the second half. I want it start to finish. I want there at least to be a question, do we have backups after halftime? And I have a question about backups, too, because I think everybody's been saying, we'll see Ricky against Colgate. Some people have opened my eyes to the idea that might it be worth giving Steve Angeli as many just live reps as possible?
I've been on that train. I think
even if they're up 49-7 in the fourth quarter, do you still keep letting Steve play offense?
I don't think the fourth quarter, maybe the first series of the fourth quarter is when you pull them.
I think you got to see what it looks like. If it's 48-7 or 49-7, I would hope that they've moved on to Ricky Collins by then. I think he's certainly going to get the first half. I think he's going to get some of the second half, and then I think it depends on how lopsided it is and did they get their work in? Did they accomplish what they wanted to accomplish? Because there's no reason to risk it. A and B. God forbid he goes down like Ricky Collins hasn't taken meaningful snaps in a while in a college football game
either.
Well, no, I get that.
But here's the other thing: is you're not going to see much from Ricky Collins if they're up by like 35 points either. He's going to be handing the ball off most of the time.
Right, but there are no preseason games in college like there are in the NFL. He hasn't played in a game in a while, right? He was 7 for 7 passing at LSU, all in mop-up time. I realized this would be mop-up time today, but at least he's getting out there, with people in the stands, and it's more than just a spring game, and it's a game, and he hasn't done that in a while. So I think there is something to be gained for him to get some actual snaps in a game environment.
All right, before we take our first time out, I don't know how big Armasaurus' screen is, but he noticed my drink on QSportsTalk.com. You can watch the show live, was dripping on me. And it literally is I smudge it. It's a speck of coffee. And he's got good eyes. He noticed that it was leaking on me. Thank you.
Are we on like a big screen TV in his office?
That's
impressive.
You can get us on your smart TVs, too.
I can't even really see it.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty good.
I'm sitting a couple feet from you. All right. 315-437-7644 is the number if you'd like to get involved. Again, a lot to get to on the show. We've got keys to the game. We've got match game. We've got today's business. We've got our pick segment. Brandon Steiner's coming up at 12:45. So we're just getting started here on a Friday edition, game day edition of Orange Nation. Back after this on ESPN Radio.
Burdick Toyota, Burdick Lexus, and Burdick BMW are proud supporters of Game Day radio coverage of Syracuse football. We are the
All right. Welcome in.
Oh my gosh.
70-inch LED. Oh, how handsome am I?
He just pressed the button, didn't he? Oh, this guy. Yeah, tea takes. You got your keys to the game, Paulie? I was predicting what your keys to the game would be yesterday.
Well, we'll find out. I haven't done them yet, but I have one.
Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna write Paulie's keys to the game and see if I can predict them. Paulie, what was that cryptic? Paulie's Facebook goes crazy. Theo Cuse, it is full time. I will still be doing game days.
What was that cryptic? It's lyrics to a song. I put musical notes next to it in a microphone, so anybody that saw it. That's my favorite song at the current time.
Ooh, a number 2 pencil today.
I got my hair cut yesterday.
When?
Not during business hours.
Okay. Well, I would assume that, of course. Thank you, Theo Cuse. What do we do? You guys do 3? 3 winning Friday keys to the game? Steve, if this rundown were printed out double-sided, would you have been able to make it, or would you have needed a new one? If it were double-sided on the same sheet?
Why? Why can't I do double-sided?
I don't know. It just seems like something that you wouldn't enjoy.
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know. I like having your lines printed out. I don't like double-sided paper.
I'm just joking. Yeah, no, it would have been fine. As long as I have the lines, I don't care.
Yes, basketball. I'm not reading anybody's meter. Just pay your stuff, and I won't bother.
I had some big gross guy show up at my house to change my meter.
Dun, 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 dun. That's the plan, Phil. Dun, dun. Oh, I don't know if I can find another. Huh. Okay. No, I don't even get a discount. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be right, but this is what I'm predicting Paulie's keys to be. I'm pretty proud of the middle one. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, that's good.
The middle one is kind of a bar.
Those are actually, those are very Paulie. Super Cat, you're spot on. Steve's keys to the game. No red sauce, no seed oils, hold the mayo.
That's true.
Man, if you do those 3 things, Super Cat, it's a good day. That is a good day.
Yeah, that's it. Tom's anxiety.
The
That's
Padres game, when they were playing the Orioles, they had one of the keys to the game was hold the mayo in check. Because Kobe Mayo is the first.
Wait, isn't he like their 6 or 7 hitter?
No, but they're color commentators like me. He does it just to, he's
That
like,
just says,
hold the mayo.
Stop
in
their
check.
7 hitter. Stop their 7 hitter is a crazy key to the game. That's so funny. Like, why didn't they do like no holiday pay? Because Jackson Holiday hits leadoff.
Mike Papa really likes my haircut. I think he's hitting on me. He sent me a text about.
I'll be there, Michael Antonio, but I'll be in the press box. Paulie does other stuff.
I told you to stick at this joke.
You killed it.
Oh,
that is for Steiner.
Jordan's last day, so it's Mac Miller. And what is the equivalent of the Presidential Medal of Honor I learned yesterday from Orange Nation is getting to pick the artist of the day. This is best day ever. Maybe for us. Huh?
I see what you did there.
I got clean versions, but this is one you can think about hitting before he gets to the lyrics.
All right, there we go.
There's nothing bad, but you know.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time you snuck some swearing in on the air.
Yeah.
Great moments
That
in
did
Jordan
Oh my
history.
gosh.
That did
Yeah.
happen. Yeah.
And then I gave my last day speech at the end of the show.
Yeah. See, I didn't fire you then.
Yeah, no, we're all good. Yeah, best day ever. By Mac.
All right.
R.I.P.
Time for keys to the game. Mine are very well thought out today.
Okay.
Jordan
I just-
took a stab at what he
I
thinks you're
just
going to
scribbled
say,
them down.
and his are pretty good as well. His might be better than your. Like he's trying to do you. He might have better Paulie keys to the game than Paulie does.
All right. Would you like me to start then?
Yes, go for
All
it.
right. Create holes in the line like cavity creeps. We make holes in teeth. Steve,
Okay.
how's that?
It's all right.
For Colgate.
It's all
Cavity
right.
creeps.
Not
Create
bad.
hole- that's what you wanted, right?
I thought it'd be a little punchier, but you can't put that on a t-shirt. Remember that's what we were doing last year? Like we were trying to make the buttons.
Yeah, those
like
old 80s buttons.
you
yeah.
have to wear two buttons.
no,
you have to wear one on each breast.
All of mine are very billboard length today for some reason.
All right. Do you want me to give my first or Jordan?
Yeah.
Okay. Mine are not really punny as you like to.
We know.
To do, Paulie. Start strong, and we know that this has been an issue for this team through 2 games. They've yet to score a point in the first quarter. Right. They got off to a slow start against Tennessee, dug themselves that 17-point hole, and even against UConn, they didn't give up any points in the first quarter, but they didn't score either. And we saw them, go on a long drive, then get stopped on 4th down on that strange, direct snap to Dan Villari. Go out tonight. Don't leave any doubt. We've talked about this, right? You don't want to fall behind. You don't want to give Colgate any false hope. Just go out, start strong, score some points in the first quarter, give yourself a little cushion, and then take it from there.
So this is not a Paulie one. This is mine. I saved this for myself. Colgate, more like closed gate. I want the offensive line to close the gate. It's an FCS team. You can't let him hit Steve Angeli. Dude was getting destroyed. If Syracuse wins by 50, but Angeli gets sacked 4 times, I'm still going to be mad. You can't let your quarterback get hit against an FCS opponent. They're allowing 4.5 sacks a game through 2 weeks. That's way at the bottom of all FBS programs. So more like closed gate. The offensive line needs to close the gate to Steve Angeli.
All right, so I'm going to jump in here because that's essentially one of mine as well, which was, and I talked about this in the first segment, which is dominate up front. And it goes with everything that you're saying.
That's what
on
mine
both
was.
sides of. Okay, so we're all in agreement here that they
Create
have
holes in teeth.
to. Okay. They have to go out and they have to dominate up front on both sides of the ball. And you're right. They got to keep Steve Angeli off the turf on offense. And defensively, they got to apply some pressure. And we've really yet to see that. They've struggled in 2 games getting pressure on the quarterback. So dominate up front, Paulie.
All right. Beat the mileage, Steve. It's 39 miles to Colgate. I want the offense to put up more than 39 miles. So beat the mileage.
That was good. I can't even cap. That was way better. That was good.
So if you're in the 40s, you've done well.
He
So
used
beat the mileage.
Geographical knowledge to concoct a key to the game.
It's 39 miles. It's the crow's fly, Steve. I don't know if you know that. The kids are saying that.
Very good. Very well done.
Thank you.
My last one is clean bill of health. And that is, again, get out of this game healthy.
Clean.
Get out of it clean. Like Colgate. That wasn't even what I was thinking.
No,
but
yeah, it was.
That
Yeah, it
works.
was. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I mean, they want to be healthy going into Clemson. Obviously, I think that's why you're not going to see Yasin Willis tonight. Devin Grant out again. Emmanuel Ross expected to be out again. Fran alluded to yesterday there might be some other guys who are out that maybe could play, but they're going to use it as a precaution to keep him out of action, get him ready for the Colgate or the Clemson game next week. So I think that makes a lot of sense. I think, why risk anything with Yasin Willis, or again, we don't 100% know with Jonte Cook. He came up a little bit banged up in that UConn game. Will we see Jonte Cook tonight? It's another guy to keep your eye on, but just get out of this game healthy, get a win, get your work in, and then move on to next week.
You only gave 2, Paulie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Aren't you on number 2?
Yeah, I'm trying to predict yours because Steve gave 3. Now I'm lost in the sauce. I get less fun from here.
Is just budging.
I use my good puns on yours, but
Steve's cutting in line.
I'm going simple, and it kind of touches on what Steve said with no doubt, but call in the backups. I don't just want to see Ricky Collins, but I want to see guys at every position get in there. There should be no reason to even think about playing your starters in the second half. I want to see some of this depth. We've already seen injuries this season, so we need to see what we have behind those injuries.
You know what SU needs to do today, Steve? They need to FCS. Fight like it's a Power 4 game. Crisp plays and crisp running of the offense, Steve, and stay healthy. FCS.
Okay. That's good. So I don't have another, but can I just say what I thought your 3 were going to be?
Yes.
One of them I'm proud of. Brush them off. Don't leave any doubt.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm going to save the one I was most proud of for last. Red means stop. Stop the run. They used to be the Red Raiders, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then this was one I was proud of. Raiders of the lost ball. Syracuse needs to go out there and force some turnovers, something they haven't really done yet this season. You're an Indiana Jones guy?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought that was right up your alley. Raiders of the lost ball.
He knows you well.
Clearly not. He just destroyed my expectations.
Well, I mean, it would be hard to guess his keys, but I thought you did a heck of a job.
I should have.
You're not going to get a plaque for beating Colgate.
Yeah, it's got some potential.
That's
got
correct.
Some potential. Yeah, that is factually correct.
We're cooking.
Okay, let's hit a timeout here. 315-437-7644. If you'd like to check in on your expectations, your keys, what would be acceptable to you tonight, aside from a Syracuse win, what are you looking to see?
Just a reminder from the chat, Steve never had a cavity in his life.
That's right. I have not.
You would have been...
that came up in the chat?
Yes. So no cavities.
That's incredible.
3.9. Just Mr. Perfect over here.
I didn't say that. I was defending myself. You're going to keep bringing up the 3.9.
Dude, that 3.9 will live in infamy.
No sprints is a great key to the game. No sprints.
Right. Yeah, no sprints afterwards.
Run it up,
a good one.
not run it out.
All right, we're going to hit a timeout here. Phone line's open if you want to check in. Back after this on ESPN Radio.
CJC made me laugh with, for Christ's sake, just win.
Yeah, that was good. I will still give you media spread analysis. Whoever asked, I forgot. It was somebody, was it Lowitz maybe?
Armor Source had to take the top off the cup. That was the issue.
Some of their lids are like that. I ask for a straw if I get cold brew now, but I haven't gone to Dunkin' in like a week. I'm making my own coffee in a mason jar and bringing it in.
I've never heard this commercial.
Me neither.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I'm Kareem Abdul. Like, whoa. That was crazy. Yes, Zach. Raiders of the lost ball. Don't lose the turnover battle.
My dog is named after Indiana Jones. She's in Raiders of the Lost Bark. Bark, Steve. She's Jack Russell, full of energy.
I don't know, Al. That's a great question. I was really helping out the Duncans around the community.
Do you know Steve and I have chatted during the Padres games the past 2 nights?
Yeah.
Without me? Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I don't know
They're
what.
like my second favorite team.
No.
They are.
No!
Callers or silly stuff, stay on time for sponsors next segment.
We'll do silly stuff. We'll talk about Jordan's life and time. How long did you work here?
Oh, over 5 years.
Were you still here? Were you still here in the previous?
I was here with you and Seth. Yeah.
You were.
Yeah, because on Seth's last day, I put a bunch of songs in the system that were goodbye themed, and it shook him. Yeah.
Do we talk to Seth anymore?
I still talk to him.
He randomly pops up on my.
He texts me.
Yeah, every once in a while I'll
He'll-
hear from him or vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like he'll like randomly see a picture of me on social media and be like, "You look horrible."
Yeah.
And I'll be like, "Thanks."
No, Seth still checks in. I'll give him like a, congrats on getting married. He'll give me a congrats on the new gig. Like,
When did you get married? I didn't even know that. A while ago.
I don't know the exact timeline, but it's been.
They will treat you better at National Grid.
Here's the thing, they might
we treated
Dude,
you.
it's like a culture shock. They already sent me a calendar invite today on my first day to like meet everybody. It's like training introduction. Like that's baffling to me. Like we're doing calendar invites to just meet people, but also like I can't go up to anybody there and be like
your mom.
Like yeah, like I can't do that. I can't be like, like my relationship with your dad's electric. Like they're not gonna like that. that's not gonna be cool.
Yeah. Your dad,
And they're not even gonna be like not cool, man. They're gonna be like, what?
Your dad.
You're fired.
Your dad climbed
say
my
that.
pole last night.
Do you think they'll fire me? I think they give me one. I'm
not sure.
Your dad. I think they might.
What was that
Depends who you
breaking
say it
news
to, I
Jordan
think.
had?
Yeah.
It was like
It does.
It was like the Jags running back got hurt or something.
Wait, what?
You ran in the studio one time and were like, "Oh my god, something happened." It
No,
was
somebody got traded. It was I thought it was an important trade.
Do any of your new coworkers have an ankle monitor? No, I'm his only coworker that had an ankle monitor.
No way, dude. Tronic, you have a crazy memory. I think that's a reference to when I sealed driveways and one of the dudes had an ankle monitor. And we almost kind of beefed because I started calling him AB because he was making me mad.
He'll still be around. You can still speak
still
to
be
him on
here.
our social media.
I'll still tweet
he will
stuff.
Be basically our main social media presence.
I mean, you guys will have stuff.
Do any of your new coworkers have tiny shoulders like me?
I don't know any of the coworkers. I don't know any of them. No, I'm making my own coffee, Kev. The second one only has about 10 seconds of padding. Everything else, there's more padding.
Jordan has received the high honor of Artist of the Day on his last day as our producer, Steve. Here we go from Mac Miller.
So how's it feel?
How you doing, Jordan?
I'm swell. How's it
You
feel?
gonna cry?
I don't think so. So I'm really bad at goodbyes. I was like the kid who would cry on the last day of summer camp. Like I hate goodbyes, but I think jury duty really gave me a chance to just, step away. And I think I'll be good. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see. I think I'll be good. I'm not ruling it completely out, but I think
What if
I'm
I
good.
give you a heartfelt, emotional goodbye?
I'll probably laugh.
Okay.
If you get heartfelt, I'll probably laugh.
Okay.
Why, are you thinking that?
No,
Is there a possibility of
there's
that?
zero shot.
That's
that
why I'll
happening.
laugh.
There's zero shot of that happening.
Paulie, Sibylla, and heartfelt are like antonyms. Like you're just not gonna get that.
I am heartfelt about a lot of things.
Are you?
Yeah.
Your dog.
Yeah.
If the Padres won the World Series.
Oh yeah. Jordan, there's been times I've called Jordan after hours and make sure he's doing okay.
We used to. I kind of miss it. You used to call me after every game. After every game, like the first couple of years.
Yeah, and now I trust your
And
work.
but it wasn't. We just shoot the breeze.
Yeah, I know, but I
It was
trust your
great.
work now, and you've grown into the job, so I don't need to check up on everything at the end of the day.
We established during the break you've been here for 5 years.
At least. So here's a funny. Don't fire me or anything. My Facebook memories. 6 years ago, on this day, I interviewed for my first radio gig in Syracuse. It was at Cumulus. And they offered me to be a promo tech. And I was like, no, I want to do something with radio. And then I got something here. And I walked in a goofy pinstripe suit with an orange and blue tie and a very good letter of recommendation. And I walked in, Paulie was basically like, yeah, so you're hired. Like, when can you work? But you guys actually let me run the games and everything. So, but yeah, 6 years ago today, I was at the other guy's place. How about that, right?
Well, good for you for waiting it out and finding what you wanted.
It was a blue pinstripe suit with an orange and blue tie, and it probably looked so stupid.
Why did you say a really good letter of recommendation? Who
should
wrote?
I say it?
Yeah.
When I was at Fayetteville, don't give me the nepotism thing. When I went to FM high school, my OTPT teacher, because I had issues with motor skills, her name was Teresa Wildhack. She was married to somebody who worked with the university, and I had a letter of recommendation to work here from one John Wildhack.
Yes, gotcha. I know the connection now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shout out Teresa Wildhack, by the way. Shout out Tracy Procopio, if you're listening too.
Yeah, he was in.
Lauren Dara.
I got an email from someone above me that said, make sure this kid gets in. And he got in. There you go.
And 5 years later, here we are.
I hope I paid off. I hope you don't look back and think, geez, if a Wildhack didn't teach that kid and tell him to go to SU, we would have been clear of him. I hope it paid off.
Absolutely. 100%. As you look back on your time here, what comes to mind for you? Like, is there a moment, a show?
I have a moment.
Can we say it? Is it from the Knuckleheads podcast?
No. Do you remember when you were running the board for a high school
game?
A high school game.
And you called me and said, this is embarrassing.
Yeah.
And I freaked out to the guy who trained me. And he was basically like, yeah, none of this is a big enough deal for you to freak out. Don't freak out.
Yeah,
I remember. That was traumatizing.
Yeah.
Because you called me and were like, this is an embarrassment. It's like, dude, we're broadcasting a high school football game or something like that.
Yeah, it was embarrassing. It was I was out of town listening to the station to make sure everything was going well. And it was brutal. But Jordan, he survived.
What was embarrassing about it?
He had me running it from a production studio, and it was like the second time I had run it. It was a disaster.
It was. But we got through it.
It was.
It's the equivalent of if the fans were watching and they saw what Jordan was doing, they would have been booing and calling for Ricky Collins immediately.
I'll remember just making weird parody songs all the time. Like
yes.
That's going to stick with me.
Oh, I kind of wish you had done one for today.
I know. If only there were a surprise coming today.
Ooh.
If only there were a 145 surprise.
Are you aware?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
That would be so cool. That would show somebody who's like on top of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be.
I would enjoy that a lot. I'll stay tuned. I'll
stay tuned. I'd hope so, Steve. If there's one day I don't want you to be packing up at 1:53, it's today.
All right. You've got my attention. You've got my full and undivided attention. I will look forward to that.
All right. Yeah.
I'll remember all the food people brought in for me.
Maybe it's
I'll remember when I thought I could eat way more chicken wings at once than I could.
Oh, I felt so bad
I
for
was
you.
sabotaged. I used a thick sauce. I had no water. I was outside in the heat.
I felt so bad for you. You had no napkins.
There was a breeze. The sun was in my eyes. I think one of the fans was pointing a laser in my eye. Refs did nothing. It was a disaster.
I was trying to help you.
They drug tested my opponent after the game. He failed. That didn't get published in the media.
Another funny Jordan moment is we all got up super early on a Saturday morning to drive like an hour and a half to a charity basketball game that he was supposed to referee. And like there were these two old guys,
hardos,
reffing the game, and they're like, "Yeah, no." Like they wanted nothing. Like they're like, no, you're not an actual ref. Like they asked.
I wore my ref suit.
They
I wore
wanted
my
like
ref uniform.
They wanted like a celebrity ref. So it was me, Gomez, Jordan. They wouldn't let Jordan ref the game.
Wow. Here's the best part.
We all like drove way out of our way to go to this thing.
Yeah, for nothing. Here's the best part. At the end, and I didn't want to at this point because I was just sitting on the bench. There were it was the last time out we were getting there, and he looks over. He's like, "Hey, You got this. Last time out, you got this. And I'm like, okay, whatever, bro. Never came and found me. After the game, walks up, he's like, sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, they were super serious.
Yeah, they were hardos.
The refs taking it super serious.
I mean, they couldn't let those kids hack Devo as he drove full court and made layups. Right?
It was
needed good officiating.
It was high school kids against like firefighters, I think it was, and it was, dear Lord,
you were on commentary just roasting everybody.
Was it a well officiated game?
No,
I'll remember we did a Thanksgiving watch party and you made Thanksgiving dinner and it was pretty good.
Yeah.
And I was shocked that you could cook.
Yeah, we've had some fun moments.
Yeah.
Are you getting emotional, Paulie? A little bit?
No, he's like, that's no, I'm going to see him still. He's not dead.
All right.
I'll come at the Dome. I'll bring you like a Diet Coke every now and again.
Yeah, I'm still going to need to talk to him. Like, he's going to be setting up our cameras for press conferences and stuff. I'm still going to be in communication with the guy.
Okay. You're just not going to see him every day. It's going to be a different capacity.
Okay.
Man.
What? I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, am I supposed to be like, I will still probably talk to him a lot. I'll probably send him reels.
Here's the thing. Like, am I expecting you to cry? No. But we've worked with this fine gentleman for every day for 5 years.
Oh, gosh. Somebody just mentioned Prime Steakhouse in the chat. A kid almost died at Prime.
Yeah, that did happen too.
The first time Scooter ever called, I thought he said Cletus. So there was a call screener that said Cletus, and it was Scooter. Who would have thought, right?
I thank him for everything he's done for our show.
Yes.
But like I don't miss him because I'm still going to stay in communication with him.
Okay. You're going to miss him day in and day out, though, I think. I mean, he was a part of every day for us for 5 years. No? Okay. All right.
He's literally in the market.
Yeah. Jordan, I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss seeing you every day.
Maybe it'll hit me when it's summer and we don't have him like every day for like, but when basketball season's here, he's going to be around a lot.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Summer will be crazy. Good luck finding stuff to talk about over the summer. I threw a lot of stupid stuff into this microphone to try to get us through 2 hours every day.
And you did it. You did it.
To
you
an
did
extent.
It well. All right.
When I miss him, I'll text him. Like, it's not like I can't just like be like, hey, buddy, how's it going? I don't even do that now, though.
Yeah, you guys have been like talking about the Padres without me. I don't know how to feel.
Just a little bit, not a lot.
Yeah,
just a little bit here and there.
It's okay.
More so recently, we've been talking about the Padres.
Paulie is doing a bad job of convincing himself he won't miss Jordan. No, I appreciate his work. We'll miss his work and stuff, but I'm not going to miss him. He's still here. He's not moving across country.
All right. Shall we hit a timeout here?
One more question. Yeah. Gabriel would like to know, Jordan, will people at Grid ask you, did you work with Stephen Fonte or did you work with that buffoon with a slick black shirt and hair?
I wonder if anybody even cares.
No, they don't.
If I tell them
they
like
don't care
stuff about Stephen Fonte, are they gonna be like, oh, that's really cool? Or are they gonna be like, who?
Yeah. Everybody knows Steve though, right? And his 3'9" from TV.
I'm going to keep remembering things that are just funny to me. That one time where, Steve, you were completely serious, like, oh, you don't watch the news. Is there anything I could do to change that?
Yes, he got all mad because somebody recognized him from radio and not TV.
Anything I could do to make you watch the news?
I believe it was Devin in our chat, right? Devin, I still remember it. I remember who it was.
He hates you for that.
No, I don't. I don't. We had an honest conversation about it.
Wait, you don't know me from the news? Yes. Please don't speak of this conversation again.
I still remember it. I still remember who it was. And I think he still listens. I see him in the chat every now and then. All right, we'll hit a timeout. We've got Brandon Steiner. He's going to join us here in studio next on ESPN Radio.
So I'm going to have to leave for this because we don't have 4 microphones that work for what it's worth. Okay, friends, I will be back, but we don't have enough microphones to make this work.
Paulie is crushing on Gabriel again? Yes, I have a huge crush on him.
Yeah, so the song that's coming for Brandon is Ladders, and it's more jazzy.
Kill the mics for one.
Oh, okay.
Welcome back to Orange Nation. Mac Miller for Jordan. It's his choice today. 100 grand. Kids, I believe that's I'm having trouble reading.
I thought he said it was called something like Ladders. What, didn't he say that was the song?
Did
you play the wrong one?
Yeah, of course I did.
Okay. He spelled it out for you.
Yeah, it says, is this not the fourth one? Oh, I don't.
It's okay.
The music.
It's okay.
We got to do a quick hit here with our friends at Lee Baldwin.
Yes, we're going to check in on the market. And then for those of you watching us on QSportsTalk.com here, you see that we've got our next guest live and in person, Brandon Steiner. We will bring on Brandon here in just a moment, but we go to the phone lines and check in with Lee from Lee Baldwin and Company. Lee, how you doing today? How's the market doing?
I'm doing well. Market's mixed today, guys. Stocks are Nasdaq's higher, but the other two are down just a little bit. But they're all flirting with all-time highs. Let's see. Our diamond today, though, I'm going to go with Tesla. I think it's either because Elon wants to be the richest man again, or maybe the Optimus Level 3 robots have taken over. I'm not sure. And my dog, Pfizer, Moderna, are down on some negative vaccine news. And there you have it.
All right, Lee. Thank you for coming on, and enjoy the game tonight. Enjoy the weekend.
You got it. Thanks, guys.
All right, Lee Baldwin, all the diamonds, none of the dogs.
He's a Colgate guy.
Visit LeeBaldwin.com. That's right. He told us that yesterday, that he is a Colgate alum. And he will, I'm sure, enjoy the game tonight. Syracuse Colgate, 7 o'clock. As mentioned, we're pleased to be joined here in studio by Brandon Steiner, CEO of Collectible Exchange. Has a new book out. Brandon, we've had you on the show before. It's always great to see you. How you doing? Welcome back to Syracuse.
Doing well. Love the office. The office is buzzing here. Are you guys giving away something, or what's going on here?
It's a game day. It's a game day.
I'm just ecstatic that it's not snowing.
Yeah,
it's beautiful weather out.
Yeah.
I love that. I wish we were playing outdoors today. It would have been a nice night for a football game. But exciting, good buzz on campus. Always in the fall, it's nice. We have a big announcement tonight besides the Colgate game. We're announcing that the Falk School, I'm the chair of that board, and I started that school, is now becoming its own college. And David Falk and D. Jordan and I don't people out there, you hear about Newhouse and all that, but the Falk School is probably, if not the best sports marketing school in the country. And we've now got another really something to be really proud of. And it's just really amazing. Like, you need Ivy League kind of grades to get into the Falk School. And I've just been proud to be a part of it and the effort that the school's put into helping us do this, because it wasn't easy at the beginning. It sounds easy now. The view's beautiful, but that climb was not easy. Nobody wanted us at the beginning. And the fact that we're, if not the top sports school, and then the chancellor, and we've worked out that school to be its own college. It's the only sports marketing program like that. So very proud. We're doing that tonight. We're announcing it. I'm not the spokesman for this, but I figured, hey, let me get a free plug for something really good going on in Syracuse, because we're putting out some really amazing kids out of that program. Really, really amazing.
It really is a great school. And I know you don't know this, but my son is a sophomore at Syracuse University, and he's minoring in sport management. He's taken a few classes in the Falk School and absolutely loves it. And so it's
I'll be speaking in those classes often. I get up as often as I can, but I love getting up there, working with the kids. I do luncheons with the kids, and these kids are unbelievable. We're putting out some amazing kids out of that program. And not to say there aren't great programs besides the Falk. I'm a little biased.
Sure.
But I love when kids go to school and get a dual major or a minor and a major. Get your money's worth. Get every dollar's worth you can and learn as much as you can, because you're paying a fortune.
Yeah, no, it's really good advice, and I think you are proof that it's good to be versatile and have your hand in a lot of different things.
I'm trying. Right? You're probably wondering, what the hell is this guy doing, writing a book about urban policing?
Well, yes, I mean, I know you from the collectibles and autographs and memorabilia and sports stuff, and then we get this book, and it's called The Ride-Alongs: What I Learned About Policing, Crime, and the New York City Justice System, written by Brandon Steiner. So tell us, what made you want to write this book, I guess, first and foremost, and tackle this project?
Well, first of all, it's very stupid. It wasn't a lot of thought put into common sense of why I'd want to drive around in a police car and arrest people and put myself in danger. But I wanted to. I wanted to do it. I have a good relationship with the NYPD, have a good relationship with the Commissioner of Syracuse Police, so I got to do a ride-along up here, and that's part of the book. But, when a police officer gets killed in the line of duty, it's devastating. And I would go and fix up a police station, dedicate part of the station to that officer, bring some Yankee players there, and I take the whole precinct to a Yankee game. And then one day I was like, I'd spend time in these precincts. I see a lot of activity, and I'm just baffled. They're like, why are people so down on the police? So I wanted to get into the inside of it and see, if I can maybe make a difference and see what I thought it was going to be a little more pro-police. But the book really is not that. It's here's what's really going on, and there's some people in these communities and neighborhoods that are in incredibly hopeless situations that need help. The police need more support, more help, and we need to feel better and differently about them. Recruiting is really tough. Nobody wants to be a cop. And retention is even more difficult. Everybody wants to get out as soon as they can get their pension. We need to fix this because we're not going to be safe if we keep losing older officers and having a hard time even getting younger ones.
What did you learn from it, from this project and from doing the book? What stands out to you from that experience?
Well, it's really dangerous out there, and we have definitely a hard time putting the bad guys away. You know, the way the justice system works, there are people out there with 20, 25 arrests, and, you know, if one thing leads to another, you know how that ends. And the other thing I'm learning is that almost every precinct I went to, and I went to many, were down 25, 30% in their manpower. And that's scary. You know, that all of a sudden there's less and less police. Most people don't feel safe, but yet when you look at the numbers that the police put out, they say that crime is down. And I just think that it's not down, it's more complicated. I also think that the amount of this is going to be surprising. The amount of domestic violence issues are insane. Almost 4 to 5 out of 10 calls, domestic violence. I did a ride along one night on a Friday night. I started at 4 o'clock to midnight. We never caught up in a 2-mile radius, 200,000 people living in this 2-mile radius, which is insane. 9 gangs, 10 homeless shelters in this 2-mile radius. 5 police cars trolling around relentlessly. We never caught up to the 911 calls. So when you look at, like, that doesn't happen in suburban areas. You have a 911 call here, there. We're never catching up. 5 cars, not even taking a dinner break, not catching up to the 911 calls in a 2-mile radius.
Wow.
So you have to understand the level of insanity and diversity of problems that are happening on a minute-to-minute basis. And you can see how you can get some confusion from time to time, moving from one crazy situation to the next. That's what I learned. And unfortunately, sometimes, you know, police make a mistake, and sometimes people act completely crazy, and that combination could lead to some bad things happening. But more manpower on the street helps.
Where does Syracuse match up to the other precincts that you've been to when it came to manpower on the police force?
Same problem, down 25, 30%. And I'll be honest with you, like, I'm in the worst neighborhoods in New York. Syracuse is equally as dangerous, if not a little more dangerous. You know why? Because in New York, when we're chasing after a criminal, we're going to a robbery, there's backup, boom, right there, within seconds or minutes. In Syracuse, you're so much more spread out, which is why you need that manpower, because it could be 8 or 10 minutes to get a backup. And that's scary for an officer to have to go into a situation that who knows what's happening.
Yeah, right.
And then the backup is 8, 10 minutes away, which is why it's even more important for some of the smaller cities to have the manpower and have the support to protect the police. And also, what I would say just on a side note, investing in these communities where there's so much hopelessness and poverty, not giving them stuff, but investing in them, helping them figure out a way to get out of there is a very complex problem that I wish more politicians and more people would recognize that we are living in third world conditions in some of these neighborhoods.
And along those lines, you know, in terms of, you know, why people should read this book, why people in Syracuse should read this book, you know, it's one thing to say, well, it's New York City, it's dangerous, you know, that's a them problem. But what you're saying is it's not a them problem, it's an everywhere problem, correct? I mean,
it's an everywhere problem, and it could be even worse here than it is there. And I think I'm able to elaborate on this so that it's digestible. It's such a complex problem, I really simplified it here. And I went out and I saw it from a business standpoint, a human. I don't have any bias. I have nothing to prove here other than I want to get a conversation going. When you read this book, you're in the car with me and you're on a journey, and you can really see things for what they really are. And you see how maybe there's a role that we all need to play, because being safe, when you send your kids to school, when you go somewhere and you're feeling a little unsafe, which is what we're all feeling lately the last few years, needs to stop. But it doesn't happen overnight. But I'm hoping this book, why I want people to read this book, is to go on the journey with me and to really be a little more educated, because I always feel like if you know more, you can do more. And this book, you'll read this book in a matter of a few hours. It's an easy read. You know, I'm not that smart. And I really, really put my foot into this thing. I went into some situations. I mean, taking a gang down at 5 a.m.
Goodness gracious.
23 gangsters, kids that we pulled out of their beds and arrested. A scheme that the police were working on for a year. I mean, a lot of times in some of these communities, there's only a few bad people ruining it for a lot of good people. And then the whole neighborhood gets labeled as a bad neighborhood. It's another thing I learned. Like, there's a lot of little things you learn in this book that are eye-opening. And then you probably say, this guy's crazy. I don't believe he did this. And, you know, I love the police, love the job they're doing, love this new Syracuse police commissioner. And also the Syracuse police were incredibly generous to me. So thank you if you're out there listening. Thank you for the work you do.
I got one collectible exchange question.
All right.
I am getting started into doing my own breaks. Would you recommend, like, I bought the cameras and everything. Would you recommend getting into that now, or am I too late to the game?
No, not at all.
Breaks?
What I recommend is, like, you know, be good, do the right thing. When I see a lot of breakers kind of scheming and scamming and taking advantage, and a lot of kids are getting ripped off. You know, they're buying because the action.
Yeah.
So a break is there's 50 cases of cards. You're opening them up. You get a particular pack or box that maybe have a special rookie in there, or you see breaks with 100 baseballs. One of them's a Babe Ruth ball. And, you know, like when you go to these casinos, the odds are against you. Obviously, everybody's trying to make money. But if you can, you know, when we do stuff like this, we amp it up so that the winning is greater. We make less money than we normally would on selling product, but we want people to win. That's the thing. My message out to all the breakers, like, let people win.
Right.
So what I would recommend to you is, like, if you're going to do the breaks, they're hot. The kids are, like, I do a live streaming show on Whatnot. I was 9 hours the other night till 4 a.m. I'm like, I'm 66. Like, I'm having more fun, you know, doing all kinds of stuff. What you're talking. Mm-hmm. So Whatnot is a phenomenal platform, and I loving the show. Go to Joe Hollywood, watch the show. Anyway, if you're out there, you know what I'm talking about. He's crazy. He's got 500,000 followers. But when you're doing these breaks, which is not a bad idea to do them on Whatnot, very popular site, be ready to do some giveaways and make it so fan-friendly that they're taking advantage of you almost.
Yeah.
You know, you're entitled to make some money, but if you go into the thing that way, the kids are loving the breaks. They're up nights, hours watching breaks. I mean, I've become popular again with teenagers. Yeah, we're doing this kind of stuff. So I like it.
It is gambling, basically.
Yes.
Like, it's,
yes.
I spent a lot of money on it.
One more small footnote. If you're out there and you're collecting cards, be careful. You know, there's a lot of scheming and scamming and overproduction of cards. So, you know, don't if it looks stupid and it seems like impossible, it probably is. And a lot of these, like, one-of-ones that are worth $1 million, you just go buy a lottery ticket. You probably have a better odds. Right. So understand that. Like, but younger kids, you know, they see the people winning and they think maybe they can win. But the odds are really, really small. And if your parents, you know, just guide your kids, because I hate to see them throw away tons of money. I like the action. I like the collecting. But sometimes some of these card companies are manipulating it almost to a fault. And at Collectible Exchange, I frown on that behavior every which way, because when you have a kid that's collecting, I want that kid to win. I want him to feel good about collecting. Then he becomes an adult like me, a stupid adult that wants to buy everything, and he becomes a great customer.
All right. Brandon, we always enjoy our time together.
You don't want my prediction of the game tonight?
Sure. Go for it. Yes.
I think that the team is only going to run for 5 minutes after the game. I think it's going to be very minimal. I'm not liking that move. I like Fran Brown. Love what he's doing. Didn't like that move, by the way. But obviously, we're going to win big tonight. And we'll be that big announcement on the Falk School. And I'm going to continue listening to the show. This is probably the best show. Well, actually, I said that to Gomez this morning, but Gomez knows he's not the best. But Gomez knows he's not the best show. This is probably the best show on the station. I've told Ed Levine to give you guys a raise. The ratings. This is the show that people are talking about. I've been telling Ed that for years, but love what you guys are doing. When I'm in town, I always listen to you guys. I always good to hear you guys.
Appreciate you going to bat for us. Remind everybody where they can get the book.
Oh yeah, ride alongs. Go to Collectible Exchange if you want it autographed, or go to Amazon, Barnes and Noble. The book's doing really well. It's a great journey. I hope you make the investment to talk about the safety, what's going on in cities in this country. It's worth it. And I'd love to hear your feedback on it if you do pick up the book. Thank you very much.
All right, Brandon, thank you for coming on. We're going to hit a timeout. Hour number 2 starts next on ESPN Radio.
All right, guys, how we doing?
I don't know if you want to do that today or if
We'll
you-
do it.
I mean, it's up to you. I just thought he was right here, and we should.
Good
Offer.
for you, Armosaurus. I didn't see it though. I would have warned you. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but like,
Yeah, so I had ladders 3 for the third song
Yeah.
because that intro you played for Steiner would have been a great hour to it. Because the music video.
I
for
told
that
you I
song
would
is-
ruin it.
No, you did. Look, like you're trying. You let me-
It's embarrassing.
You let me pick the songs.
You're
okay.
embarrassing.
You're okay.
Tell me I'm embarrassing you right now.
No, I didn't say that.
We climb into hour number 2 with Ladders from Mac Miller. Favorite song about a ladder?
This one.
Jacobs.
This one.
Jacob's Ladder by Huey Lewis is mine.
Stairway to Heaven. That's not about a ladder.
I was thinking that.
That's close enough. Favorite song about stairs?
That could have been a topic over the summer. Topic of.
I'll make it a topic.
Artist of the day.
There's no seasons when it comes to my topics.
Well,
Famous-
today's topic is give Jordan the artist of the day.
Famous
And we did
Max. Big.
Jones
The
that.
knife.
and cheese.
Bernie Mac.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good one. And cheese.
I
think.
like the knife.
Big.
Coach.
Oh. G.
Oh,
That's good.
I'm going to tell him you didn't think of him.
Return of the
Oh, good one. Good one.
truck.
Travion.
Worth noting, I believe it's his father.
And cheese. Did we say that?
You
Yeah,
did say it. Jordan said
Malachi James will miss tonight's game, and there's a chance he may be out for the season. So another Syracuse
You said
running
his
back. that we
father
will see.
put that out there?
I believe.
Okay.
Ryan Mellon from the top rope with the Max. Mac Daddy and the Daddy Mac.
Oh, that's good.
Andre.
It goes back to our time.
Sasser. That's a good one. That's a Mac E. Khalil Mack.
Mac Jones.
That was the first
Oh,
one.
you said that one? I mean, we were all throwing them out. They were
Truck.
coming fast and furious.
I said that too.
Oh.
I took them all. I'm the authority on Max.
All right. Are we doing a match
Anacious?
game here?
Machination?
Adamia?
Ooh.
Macadamia? Like a nut?
Yes.
Kroll?
That's
Holy roll? Holy mackerel?
yeah, good one. Kroll.
All right. Let's talk some sports.
In the match game?
Well, that's what. Go ahead, Jordan.
Mac game?
Paulie. Yeah. You want to check our rundown?
I don't need your help.
Oh, I wanted you to. That.
Time for the
Yes,
match game.
That's what I was looking for.
I hope Tim's taking this down out there in his spreadsheet. I'll try to do my best. I'm just gonna be straight up with you. I'm coming up with these on the fly, so be prepared. Yasin Willis would probably be the best bet for this option, but he will be out for tonight's game, as will Malachi James. Who will have the most touchdowns for Syracuse tonight? Ties don't count. So if it's a 1 touchdown tie with everybody, then it's a wash. But who will have the most touchdowns?
That's a good
Nixon?
question. Yeah. He's not really a short yardage guy, though. I'm gonna go.
I'm going Nixon.
I'm gonna go a little bit off the grid here. I'm gonna go Dan Villari. Oh, I see. Dominic says the same thing. I'm going Villari.
You're going Nixon, Paulie?
Yes.
Villari finishes with 2.
How about give me Tyshawn Russell. Give me Tyshawn Russell. He's impressed in recent weeks, and he might get even more chance to have some run. And this pen isn't working, so I hope you're right, Tim. No, we're good. We're okay. Thanks.
I don't want you to lose an eye.
Thanks. No, we're good. How many has Tim been doing over-unders or how many's?
Yes or no's, basically.
Yes or no?
Yeah, he isn't making us think very hard.
Okay. Over-under 21.5 completed passes for Steve Angeli.
This is difficult, Steven. Because
So will he complete 22 or
will
more?
they
Yes
be
or
trying to dominate the run game
That's the thing. How much will he play?
How much will he play? But I will go over.
I think that's a really good line for everything that Paulie just mentioned. Like we saw last night with Jordan Love, they got up big, and I think he had 18 or 19 at the end of the third quarter, and then really nothing after that in the fourth quarter.
He threw for 1,000 last. He had 1,000 attempts last game.
I think Angeli's going over, even though he's probably not going to play much or at all in the fourth quarter.
I think I'll give an over too. I think it'll be close, but I think he'll throw it around.
Will the crowd boo tonight?
Wait, do you have a button that you play when we all match or no?
Oh, I don't even care right now.
Do we not do that?
It's your last day.
Do we not do that anymore? Is that official? Are we doing will the crowd boo?
Yeah, will the crowd boo tonight?
No.
So warm up that match game sound.
So if they come out and go 3 and out twice in a row, you don't think they'll boo? I do. But I don't think it'll happen. But if they struggle like 3 and out, they will boo.
Yes or no? Syracuse will force more turnovers than Colgate will score touchdowns.
Hey, man, have they forced one yet?
Yes.
One.
They will do that.
One.
David Reese recovered a Tennessee fumble.
Oh, on the snap. That's right. I will say no.
You're taking Colgate touchdowns.
Yes.
I'm taking turnovers. One might be enough to win that.
I don't know, Steve. I don't know. I kind of think it'll be a push, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm gonna do the SU turnovers. I'm gonna say it'll get some turnovers. The spread is 37.
Sure.
Will Syracuse win this game by 40 or more?
Yes.
40? No.
I'm also going to go no. I think it'll be like a bad beat. I think we might be in like the 38 territory.
That's what I was thinking.
I think Colgate could
35,
score late.
38.
I think I said 48-7, so that's more than 30. Or that's more than 38.
Now, this is synonymous with Colgate now. Will there be a running clock in tonight's football game?
No. That has happened once in my life that I know of, so I'm going to go no.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to go no, too, because I didn't pick them to cover. But I figure if they're up by like 42, Steve, they might just start running it. It's a Friday night. Everybody wants to get out of there.
I hope so. Hopefully after the first quarter. Why don't they just start the game with it?
And last thing I have, how many points will Syracuse score before Colgate scores a point?
21.
I'm going to say 31.
Wow.
Give me 17. I almost went 14.
I don't think Colgate scores in the first half tonight.
Okay.
That's my prediction. They'll score in the second half, not in the first half.
2.
Safety?
Yes. Most exciting play in football.
It is.
According to Steve.
That'd be cool. That's all I got. I don't know if you guys have anything.
No, I got nothing. I do want to go back to because the chat is playing along with me. Like, how many 3 and outs in a row would it take for boos?
I think I would say
2?
midway through the second quarter if they haven't picked up a first down yet.
You are insane.
I kind of agree. I think after last game, I think if they went 3 and out twice in a row to start the game tonight, I think people would boo.
Yeah, I do too.
I actually do.
Yeah, I do.
It has to be at the start of the game, though.
Now that's up into no points on the board from Syracuse. So they might move the ball a couple times, couple first downs here or there. No points. What
maybe
point?
that's mid-second quarter.
Okay, I would buy that.
Yeah, I'd say first drive of the second quarter. If they don't score points, there will be boos.
Okay.
All right, let's hit a timeout. 315-437-7644.
They refer to them as the boo birds.
Yes.
But they're not actually birds. They're a bird that can't fly. Because I used to live near a bird farm, Steve.
I do. Stinky Bird. We're familiar with her.
Sorry, Tim. I hope this works for the match game.
We gotta wait.
Yes, I know. That's,
Card Sharks.
I was
Okay.
filibustering until we got to it.
Oh, this is how you send somebody off with some card sharks.
All right. I was trying to take a break because we've got today's business coming up. We may have a guest coming up at 1:30. So let's hit a timeout. Back after this on ESPN Radio.
Ed here.
Oh, he was. I think he said that, not Ed. Oh, did you guys only do 3 picks last week, I heard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we were talking about something that you guys don't need to hear about. God, damn. You guys aren't entitled to everything.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. So I thought the match game was being prepared. Then Tim was like, you could do the match game? And I was like, I guess I'm in studio. I guess I have.
Strippers are here. Sorry, Gabendo. It's me. I'm staying. He's leaving. You're stuck with me. All right. What if I got a stripper for Jordan? Would you stick around? Or would you...
I'd probably leave.
All right. This is the best day of my life. Strippers. Jordan, if I got a stripper, both Jordan and Steve would leave. So all the lap dances for me.
So she said she could do it, but then she didn't respond with any email yet. And it's been more than 10 minutes. So, oh, wait. She just literally just responded. She said, sounds good. Email address? Okay. Good. Okay, so we're gonna bring her on at 1:35. Copy. No. How much time till we come back?
Probably like 45 seconds if I had to guess, not seeing it.
TJC would come to the studio if we got a stripper. Thank you, Orange Pride. You're right. You could literally put that cardboard cutout, and it's got as much personality as Steve. Don't look at the chat right now. People are fluffing me and shitting on you. You're very replaceable. I'm irreplaceable.
Oh,
Steve's there a dime a dozen.
I don't know. Are we sure these lines are correct?
Steves grow on trees.
How sure are we that these lines...
I don't think there's a lot of Steves out there, honestly.
Yeah, these lines are not.
The cardboard carried a 3-6.
On your rundown, you're gonna see that it says Raiders are 3.5-point favorites. They're not. They're 3.5-point dogs.
Yeah, Steve is definitely a one of a kind.
So we're just gonna buzz through these. The Raiders are dogs, not favorites. That's on the next page.
This will count as one for him. Mac Miller's getting the spins.
Welcome back to kids.
Jordan's Artist of the Day, which is basically the Purple Heart of our show. What an honor. Artist of the Day for Jordan. Time to make our picks for the NFL. Great. Steve, have you cheated yet?
I have not even looked at these, to be honest with you. And that's what I did last week, and I almost went 3-0. I went 2-1. The lone exception was the Bills' epic comeback, so I'll take it.
I went 1-2. Not good, but I make my own picks. I don't read other people's.
Same.
Let's go. Where do you want to start?
For what it's worth, Paulie, you're 1-2. Steve, you're 2-1. Did Tim not make picks?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
nobody cares what our producers do.
true.
Useless.
Yeah.
You want to go first, Steve, or you want me to go first?
Like I said, I'm literally looking at these for the first time. Jordan's taking my sheet away from me now.
Give me the Bills plus 6.5 at the Jets.
I will be at that game.
Okay, so
I hope that you're right. I hope that it's a lopsided win for the Bills. Yeah, go ahead, Jordan. What were you going to say?
So the Bills are minus 6.5, not plus.
Oh, yeah, minus 6. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to start with the Chiefs-Eagles game. I know that this is an enormous game for the Chiefs, the fact that they are 0-1. I don't think they are as good as the Eagles. Chiefs are favored, or the Eagles are favored by 1.5. I say the Eagles cover that spread and win by a field goal or more. Give me the Eagles.
Okay. This is me going against my best judgment, but I mentioned that I saw Mike McDaniel as the first head coach to be fired. The Dolphins got throttled by the Colts in week 1, and I still have a lot of faith in the Patriots. I think they should be able to score against this Dolphins defense, and I think they should be able to win, so I'm going to take New England plus 1.5, even though they are on the road.
I'm going to take the Steelers again. I was happy with their offense. I will take the Steelers. Now, the Steelers, it doesn't... Are they the favorite here, or are they the...
They are the favorite.
Yeah, all right.
Give me minus 3.5, yes.
Give me the minus 3.
I know that you guys are both going to look at this and say, wow, that's a lot of spread. The Ravens are favored by 11.5. They are coming off an absolute heartbreaker. Browns looked better than I think most expected against the Bengals. I think the Ravens are going to come out and just annihilate Cleveland in this game, 14 or more. So I'll take that hefty number. I say the Ravens cover the 11.5.
Okay. This could be a dumb pick here. The Lions are at home. It's a divisional game. The Bears kind of blew it. The Packers defense looks good, but I think part of it is the Lions as well. I think 6.5 is a lot for a divisional game against a Bears offense that did show some competence early. If Caleb Williams just kind of doesn't disappear mentally like he did in the second half of their first game, like that one play where he stepped out of bounds, I think they can keep this within a touchdown. So I'm going to take a gross play here and give me the Bears to cover 6.5 in Detroit.
I like the Bengals at home plus 3.5, right? Versus the Jags, right?
Minus
3.
Bengals are favored, yeah.
Minus 3.5. Sorry, I'm not a gambler.
You're okay.
I'm not a gambler like Steven.
You're okay. No, I grossed myself out. Like I looked at some of these lines and was just like, wait a minute,
that one looked fishy to me.
It is kind of interesting because the Bengals got 7 yards in the second half against the Browns. The Jaguars pretty handily defeated the Panthers, who I think people were kind of high on after Bryce Young's second half last year. 3.5 it's right there where it's like, do I really believe in this Bengals team or not?
I think kind of like the Ravens are out to prove something. I think the Bengals are probably. I was leaning Bengals there as well, just because I think that offense, once it gets going, it's going to be really difficult to stop this year. And they didn't get it going against the Browns. I think they do get it going this week. But I guess for my third pick, yeah, I mean, I generally don't like to pick the Bills game, but I am going to be there, as I mentioned, and I think they're going to win and win big. And so I'll take the Bills to cover the 6.5. I hope I'm right. Hope you're right, Paulie. I hope they win big.
I just want to give 3 winners this week, and my favorite just play in general is a teaser. Bring the total for the Bills game down and take the over, and then bring the spread down and basically get the money line. I think the Bills are going to score a lot. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game, and I don't think the Jets are going to be able to keep up. The only concern I have, Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry on the ground cause some issues, and Justin Fields has the ability, and the Jets have multiple backs. None of those backs are Derrick Henry.
Right.
Justin Fields is not Lamar Jackson. So let's sweep Bills minus 6.5, fellas.
So what did you say on that again? You said you're going to tease down the under and take the over.
Yeah, I want to say that I forgot what the total was, but if you go 6.5 point teaser, you can bring the total down 6.5, take the over with the Bills money line, and it's like basically a pick 'em bet at that point.
Gotcha. Interesting.
I've been big on the teasers this year. There's one of the books, Bet Rivers, we're not tied to anybody, has a survivor pool boost. So you get 100% profit boost on NFL each week, but you have to win your bet to keep getting it. So I've been big on the teasers.
Interesting.
All right, degenerate hour is over. Thank you for indulging.
All right. Anything else? Do you have a kicker, Paulie?
Oh, yeah, that was today's business. It's brought to you by Superior Plus Propane. We love propane.
I heard a rumor
that Superior Plus Propane has the best propane around. Superior to all the other propane.
Oh man, I saw this. I was looking at the world's records yesterday.
He's scrambling right now.
No, I was looking at this. The world's record for the world's largest baby popped up on my screen after yesterday's. What do you think the heaviest baby was ever recorded?
You're talking about like pounds?
Yeah, like born. It happened in America, little fat baby, in 1879.
So the scale was off if it was 1879.
I don't think it could be off this much.
15?
Higher.
Yeah, the scale was off.
Higher than 15?
15-pound baby in 1955 in New York and in Italy are close.
18 pounds.
22
Whoa.
pounds,
No way.
8 ounces.
No.
Seville, Ohio is the world's record.
How?
Both parents were 8 feet tall.
What?
Yeah, I don't write this. I don't write this stuff.
I find that hard to
There
believe.
was also one born, there's rumors a 22-pound baby was born in Italy also in 1955.
Man.
Maybe it was just twins and they were out of paper.
The only one that can be confirmed is the 1879 Ohio birth.
I think they were just twins, but they were out of paper, so they just kind of fudged them into one paper. Like, Shmashika weighs 22 pounds.
Because you know that guy who spit the balls? Like, that popped up underneath it yesterday, and I was like, oh, I gotta ask them what they think the world. That's a loaf.
That is nuts. That is crazy.
I don't buy it.
All right, let's hit a timeout here. As we mentioned, we were trying to track down a former teammate of Tiana Mungakahia. We have been able to track down Isis Young. So she will join us on the other side. We'll hear from Isis about her time at SU, her time with Tiana, and then we will wrap up the show. Jordan apparently has a surprise for us coming up at the end of the show. Back after this on ESPN Radio.
Throw this out there.
Kill the mics for a second.
Oh my God.
How's everybody doing? Sorry, guys, getting work done because it's a game day and I got to be up with the quad immediately after.
All right, she's not on yet, Paulie. So maybe we'll talk a little bit SU football, just about the game tonight and whatnot.
Welcome back to Orange Nation. Mac Miller's our artist of the day. This one's called Dang.
All right. So we're waiting on Isis Young. We'll bring her to you as soon as we are able to. But in the meantime, Paulie, while we're waiting,
let me give you a quick rundown here, Steve.
Okay, go for
4
it.
o'clock today, Shaughnessy's. You will have Giovanni Heater. I forgot when he's professional. Giovanni Heater and Mike McAllister at Shaughnessy's. Gomez will be on Q Sports Talk with Adam Terry. 5 o'clock, Gio will be at Shaughnessy's live on Q Sports Talk, ESPN Radio. And then leading up an hour to the game, you and Mike McAllister will be on the quad, taking us to kickoff. The Learfield coverage, 5 o'clock, TK99.
That's right. We'll be up there on the quad from 6 to 7, and then kick off tonight between Syracuse and Colgate at 7 o'clock. And now we are pleased to go to our guest line to bring on Ice Young, who played with Tiana Mungakahia while at Syracuse University. And, Ice, it's obviously with heavy hearts that we have you on today. I know this is a tough day for the SU basketball family, for this community, for everybody who knew Tiana. I guess let's start from the beginning. When you first got to know Tiana, what were your first impressions of this this Australian basketball player who had a great smile and boy could she ball, right?
Yeah, I mean the Aussie, right? I mean the first impression is literally just her accent and her energy. I think T brought so much energy and light to any place that she was in. I felt like her adventure, like she had such an adventurous spirit where when she got to Syracuse, she wanted to do everything, go and, visit the New York State Fair and go and look at the mall and just go around campus, going to all the athletic sporting events. Like T was also, popular, not just because of like how great of a player she was, but because of her personality and her warmth. And so I think the first thing I thought about was just her being an Aussie and a great basketball player, than to just her energy and light that she brought. And she lived very lightly. I think it was really cool to see someone who was so great at basketball and so skilled and talented, but off the court, he was very simple. She was very just happy and kind of like a high off of life is really how I experienced her.
It's funny. We were looking back through old interviews that we did with her last night, and she was talking at one point about how she misses cereal from Australia. She said the cereal in America, it's so sugary and it doesn't taste right, and she misses going to the beach like she would back home. It seems like she was the type of person that really appreciated the little things in life and enjoyed life to the fullest. Is that accurate?
100%. I mean, you have to. T, before she got to Cuse, was at a JUCO, and so had played for a couple years in the JUCO, I believe in the middle of Kansas, and then came to Syracuse, right? Kind of in the middle of nowhere where it snows pretty much every day, and still had positive things to look at and to see. And again, like just the relationships I think she made too. So many fans had connected well with her. Obviously, our teammates, but staff. I mean, I felt like she was so well connected to Syracuse. It was a perfect place for her to go. She fit it so well. But yeah, I think, her only living to 30, it's obviously heartbreaking, but at the same time, like, I think she maximized the years that she had, whether she was here playing basketball, whether she was overseas, she certainly lived to the fullest.
Take us back to the moment you found out that she had cancer. What do you remember? Kind of how you found out and what your initial reaction was. Back in what was it? The summer of her senior, going into her senior year. Do you remember kind of what you felt, what you were thinking when you found out she had cancer?
Yeah, I do remember because I had finished my grad school and the grad program at Cuse and decided to move on. And so I remember being on Fordham's campus, which is where I had went after Syracuse, and hearing about it and just thinking, wow, I was just with her. We were just playing basketball. She is the point guard of a top 10 team in the country. And man, oh man, how is this happening? How was she her best self athletically, from an athletic standpoint, fast and strong and mature and on the court and like really peaking at this point of her career, and then for this to happen. And I just remember thinking like, I had just left Syracuse, so I think my thought was just like, almost probably grateful that I wasn't going to be able to see firsthand the change in her, her having to cut her hair off and, obviously the changes that her body went through. I think it would have broken my heart to see that in real time. And so I just remember staying connected to her, texting her and letting her know, like, we're here, we're praying for you. I think the Tough for T slogan that, Liv Cairo, who is the sports information director for our team, I remember it spreading like wildfire, and getting like T-shirts and wristbands and, just seeing it all over social media. But for me, it was just like, man, like I was just with this person. I literally just graduated. I just moved on, and she is not going to be playing basketball this next year like the rest of us. And so, yeah, it was definitely tough for me to comprehend, again, just seeing her at the best of her game and then understanding that this big roadblock has entered and, what is she going to do about it? And again, just her being so young and then far from home. I definitely remember thinking like, man, she's going through this and she is literally across the world, which means that her family and her home away from home is that much more important. And so I certainly know that she had a great support staff and a great family in Syracuse to help her get through the tough time. But it was definitely probably the first type of experience I've ever had where I've heard of anyone that is my age going through something as huge as this. And again, just to have been playing basketball with her a couple of months ago and then to now hear that she's going through chemo and radiation, et cetera, was definitely tough.
I got to say, Ice, I absolutely admire her for the way that she handled it. And as you said, halfway around the world and dealing with devastating news and the positivity that she continued to carry with her. And again, that smile always being on her face and trying to get her story out, trying to help others and thinking of others while she was going through that. I feel like I definitely learned from her. Do you feel like you learned from her? I would, not just basketball, but off the court and kind of how she carried herself with grace during this whole thing. Do you feel like you took anything away from the way she lived her life?
Yeah, 100%. I'm probably gonna get emotional saying it, but she was just a fighter. I think I walked away understanding that we all are fighting certain battles that we have to get through, whether we talk about them or whether we don't. And so it was really powerful to see someone fighting a battle out loud and including us in that. Even years later after she left Syracuse and then had let us know that her cancer had come back and that she had to fight again. If you followed her on TikTok or social media, you were seeing the videos that she was posting, with friends or going to treatment and she included us in her process. And we talk about, the power of social media all the time. I certainly think that she reached others who either were going through tough times or similar things, especially at a young age, and still maintaining this happiness to her, not that she had a clock on her life, but that she really, truly wanted to continue to be herself. And so I think what I learned from her was no matter what battles we face, I think the strength in fighting the battle is, can you do it as yourself? Can you still come as yourself every single day? And I think through social media and talking to T and the teammates that were around her when she first got diagnosed, she didn't stop living her life. She didn't stop going to events. She didn't stop hanging out with friends. She didn't stop having a good time. And then I was grateful to her for letting us in on her journey and letting us know maybe what some of those complicated conversations were that she was still doing treatment, but that the treatment had changed and, the difference in when she lost hair and then when she was able to grow it back. I'm also just grateful to her for showing us the journey that she was going through. I can't imagine how tough that must have been. But she certainly let us know how she was getting through it and that her family was around. And so, yeah, I think I've learned from her that even when you're fighting the toughest battles, can you remain yourself? Can you remain resilient? And we know that T fought.
So well said. I guess my last question, Ice, is, when somebody brings up Tiana 10 years from now, 20 years from now, whatever the case may be, what's going to come to mind for you? How will you remember Tiana Mungakahi?
First, as a fighter, because she was, whether she was on the court or in the classroom or debating what the best ice cream flavor was, certainly as a fighter. I would say the second way I'm going to remember T is just as an awesome basketball player. I remember when she scored 44 points at Florida State and couldn't be stopped in the fourth quarter. And it just was wow, we're getting to witness this in real time. I think the last way I'll remember her as graceful. She was gracious enough, again, to share her journey and her story with us as she was going through it. she was also gracious enough just in her everyday life, just to be a light and to not take things too seriously or her life too seriously. And so, yeah, I think that's how I'll remember T, as a fun teammate, the Aussie that came to town and helped our team become a top 10 team in the country and really had a personality that was larger than life. And I'm just very upset that she didn't get to live more of it.
Ice, my heart goes out to you, goes out to, all of her former teammates, her coaches, her family. You have a way with words. You're a very talented young woman, very special person. We appreciate you finding a few minutes for us today on such a hard day. I love seeing you. I wish it was under better circumstances. We'll have to catch up soon, but be well, stay healthy, stay safe, and hopefully we'll talk again soon.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks, guys.
All right. Ice Young joining us here on the show. With that, we'll take our final timeout. We'll be right back.
Good job, Steve.
It sucks. Man, she was getting me choked up.
The whole thing,
sucks.
We all interact
Sucks.
with her.
Cancer sucks.
Now let's kick Jordan out of our lives. Is there something? Jesus, Dominic. The hell? You guys might want to look into your office. That was Steve got it.
She was in my class, so I've known her for many years.
If that's what it took to make you guys behave, though, I would say you're setting the bar kind of low there. Hi, Jordan. I'm here, Robert. What the hell's that mean? What are you up to, Jordan? I don't like.
Thanks, guys.
I don't know what Jordan's up to here. I'm sure they'll do a moment of silence tonight at the game.
Oh, they are, by the way. I meant to say that earlier. I got a text early in the show that, yes, they are going to do a moment of silence right before kickoff. So they're hoping people will get to the game, on time in their seats so they can take part in that.
I probably should run a PA mic.
What's that?
I should probably run a PA mic at the game.
Oh, you got to be kidding me. I'll be honest with you, Ryan. I thought they probably should have retired her number anyway, so I think they will at some point. I don't. It's just my gut feeling. I don't have any inside information on that, but my gut says, yeah, they will.
Didn't you say a lacrosse player died of cancer too the same day?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Mark Burnham passed away on the same day from cancer. He won a national title at SU in lacrosse, 1983. Thank you, Q4 Earn 44. I appreciate the kind words. Man, that was tough. That's a tough deal.
Yeah, those are the worst. Remember when Coach Mack died and we had everybody on?
Yeah, I remember when Chris Gedney died. I couldn't do the news that night. I found out I was so shocked and I just couldn't.
I had a Facebook memory pop up about Geds 2 days ago. He bought like fish jerky prior to the game, and he set it right next to me.
Oh, man.
The whole booth just reeked of dried, stinky fish. We wrap up Jordan's Artist of the Day pick, Mac Miller with Complicated. Does that describe our relationship, Jordan?
A lot of the songs off his second to most recent album are very, very on a low vibe, and this was like medium.
Complicated, I think, describes our relationship, describes our show.
Our show is not complicated. Our show is remedial.
There's some complication to it.
We are the Bosies of radio.
Remedial is a crazy word.
Let's go to Ryan in Virginia really quick here on Jordan's last day.
Ryan, what's up?
Steve, Paulie, Jordan, how are you guys doing?
Good.
Better now, buddy.
Well, I would be remiss if I didn't call into the show on Jordan's last day. I know this is probably a very tough day for Paulie, as Jordan, I know you've been like a son to him, as he has mentioned on this show. I missed the first part of the show. Is it public knowledge where you're heading, Jordan, or is that not allowed to be broadcast on these airwaves at this time?
No, it's out there. I'm making my way over to National Grid, having a big boy job, and then I'll still be contributing to game days here. But I take care of family here in Syracuse, so I wasn't leaving town for another media job. So I'll be making the big bucks over at National Grid, and then I'll still be able to cover the games here.
Okay, and where can you be heard those days that you're covering the game?
What a promo. It'll be a lot of social media stuff. So if you follow the Twitter at QSportsTalk_, the live game updates will be there. My own personal account, you can find my media spread and other thoughts too. And I'll tag that on Q Sports Talk. Thank you for the promo plug, Ryan.
Happy to do it. Speaking of spread, this is my take for the day. I don't know if it's moved since last night, but I saw 38.5 for Syracuse. Now, as a SUNY Cortland Red Dragon alum, that is disrespectful to Mr. Fitzpatrick, national champion head football coach. I know he's not at Cortland. I know obviously he's at Colgate now, but yeah, I like Mr. Fitzpatrick and company to cover that spread. And then lastly, Paulie, I see you took me up on my advice with the new intro, including Coach Brown's positive words about you.
Yes. Anything nice about me. It's hard to find, that being said, so it needs to be recorded.
Yes. Notice, too, you kind of, that intro, if you didn't listen to the show, you would think that, like, Steve is I don't even know the word for it. That intro is not reflective of
Thank you, Ryan.
Steve's upbeat nature, the way he deals with you, Paulie. Man, you got to get a new intro, getting some of his better sound bites in there.
It's hard to find. It's like trying to get water out of a rock with this personality.
Well, hey, it happened in the Bible. If it happened in the Bible, then it can happen for you guys.
All right, Ryan.
Well done, Ryan. Thanks for checking in.
All right, Jordan.
I love Ryan. You want to vote on Artist of the Day while I open this file that I haven't opened yet?
Oh my goodness, I haven't even done it.
Well,
am I ruining your?
Well, yeah, because I can't open a file on your computer if you don't have the Artist of the...
You know what? I will let the first person in the chat who names an artist under Matt from Auburn will pick that Artist of the Day. All right. Jordan is opening up something.
Swift Mend with Eminem.
Okay, that's good. Eminem is our Artist of the Day. Thanks to we used to do that a lot during the summer where we would let maybe we will get back into that. We'll let Fridays be total request Friday. What was that that show on MTV? The total, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, the request show. Yes.
TRL, Total Request Live. You remember?
Is that what it stood for?
Oh, you know,
I didn't know what it stood
Jordan,
for.
you don't know this. There was a show on UHF TV.
Is that a thing?
Back in the day, you had an antenna on your TV, this and this. And there was VHF, and you got like Stephen Fonte on Channel 9 on the VHF antenna. But if you had the UHF antenna, you could get the video jukebox. You remember that,
I do
Steve?
remember that, yeah.
Oh, that was beautiful. And so it was like a jukebox on the television. You call in, they charge you 50 cents, and you play your song.
Yep.
It was dope.
Yep.
UHF TV sounds like somewhere I'd go to try to see if Alcorn State covered the spread against Norfolk State.
So do you want to intro this?
I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah, I just I figured it would be fitting to do like one last quick little song for you. Last night I was like, maybe I should have picked parody songs for Artist of the Day, but that was self-serving. I don't know if I have 7. I guess the whole concept of having a whole day revolve around you to an extent is self-serving, so thank you for letting me do so. But I wanted to make it quick and punchy. I haven't been good at that in the past. I didn't want to get like too emotional, but I wanted some wholesome vibes. I wanted something everybody would know. It's not necessarily up to my normal quality standards. As I did,
those are high.
I did it for parody songs. Do you remember Dome with No Name, JMA?
Yeah.
Like I had sound bites from you guys in there. I had radio calls, medley. No, it just did like a quick little ditty, but everybody will know the song. It'll be quick and it'll be fun, and I figured we'll throw it back one last time.
Whatever happened to predictability? A rock jock teamed up with the newsman from TV and worked with a producer who stands just about at 5'3". Orange Nation changed, nothing stays the same. Yes, it changed. Is it good or bad radio? Orange Nation changed, nothing stays the same. Not the same. I don't think we'll ever know. You're behind on time in your radio show. Now Steph or Scooter is calling your phone. Now you know your bone.
This is Orange Nation.
I love it. Very well done. That was really good.
Does that mean you're the cut it out guy?
The what?
I thought Danny Tanner wasn't he the newsman?
Yeah, no, I know, but like, what role would you be if this was Full House? Would you be?
I'd be Danny Tanner.
No, you wouldn't, because I think I'm more of a father figure to Jordan. Jordan would be one of the Olsen twins.
I had to go through hell to find the instrumental for the syndicated intro of the show, because I didn't want like the full minute 30 whatever. So I had to like go on some sketchy AI lyric remover.
I apologize if your dog just jumped out a window.
That was really well done. As usual.
I had to shout out Stefan and Scooter. That was big. Shout out to those two.
Took a shot at us with being, we're not on time.
No. All I said was when you're running behind,
which is every
Stefan
day.
and Scooter are calling your phone, and now you know you're boned. Yeah. I blamed it on them.
No, we're behind every day.
Well, hello. Oh, Mets talk.
Oh, Jordan, well done. That was a very fitting way for your last day to
right?
go. Yeah,
that was short. I didn't.
Yes.
I made it like 46 seconds. It was real quick.
It was perfect. It kept us. It made us want more.
Dominic said use auto-tune next time.
Oh, I thought he did.
No, I didn't use it. I just did a little layer on the
from the roof said his dog went under the bed.
All right, Jordan. Any
good
final
luck,
thoughts?
my friend.
Not really. I mean, thanks, right?
Yeah,
Am I supposed to have a lot to say?
No, it's okay. I was just giving you the floor.
He's not going anywhere.
All right.
I'll be here. No, it's been fun.
Paulie's in denial.
I've enjoyed it.
I'm not in denial.
It's cool. Like, I mean, I don't want to overstate any importance or value of anything anybody have done, but I think it's really cool how much this show has transformed in the last few years, and I think it's cool that you guys have been recognized for how good it's been.
We all have.
It still baffles me that people call from all these different states and listen, and all the people on Twitter who are just aware of what we're doing, because I know we all hear, radio's dying, blah, 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 and there's some truth to that, let's be real, but it always blows me away how much support that we get for this show, because the whole basis of it genuinely has been just having fun and trying to enjoy something and hope that other people enjoy it. So to take something you always say, Paulie, there's some people who, he gets the show. I'm blown away at how many people get the show. And I hope you all continue to get the show.
Well said. Congrats on the new job.
I wish I got this show.
No drive time today, Paulie. Real quick again, you want to run through?
If you're
lineup?
listening on the radio, it will be Giovanni Heater, Mike McAllister, 4 o'clock to 6. Steve from 6 to 7 with Mike McAllister. TK side, it'll be Gomez, Adam Terry at 4. Learfield takes it from there. So Q Sports Talk is just a mishmash of all of those things. So
Q Sports Talk, you get Gomez, you get Gio, you get Steve.
All right, we're out of time. Jordan, you can say goodbye. Lead us out.
Oh gosh, I wasn't preprepared for this.
Just say goodbye.
Goodbye for one final time.
Oh, how funny would it be?
Orange Nation.
It would have been so funny if I just hit the break before he said anything.
I wasn't prepared to do the outro.